So this won't be like my other videos since the dev stream happened recently. I just wanted to give you my thoughts on some of the stuff that's happened because I know everyone in the world wants to hear what I think about the dev stream. So just enjoy some of these small takes for this short video, and real content is being made and will be posted soon, but just I have to do something for the time being, and plus it's big stuff. Everyone's excited for that kind of stuff. I'm sure I got a lot of good hopes for this. Let's see. Grab your popcorn. Let's see how this goes. This is already like immediately better because it doesn't look like piss ground as like it usually does. It actually has like the biomes look nice now. Like the foliage. I mean, I imagine for like my computer, it's gonna burn up 10 minutes into playing any new game, considering how good these new graphics are, at least compared to what they currently are. I am seeing. I wonder if like the tops will close, or you just, like higher planes. Or like like the common planes, their tops closed. I'm assuming that's probably a feature here. It looks like you can retract it, maybe. Oh, that's interesting. Uh, Hold on, that's such a little shot, but that feels like it's gonna be like a constant in future wars. Like just you have like one random Logi truck, and you're driving it midline or front line, and some like random plane's gonna come out of nowhere and just dive like strafe you, and you're dead, and all that stuff's a waste. That is, man, I can't think about how much it's gonna be annoying. But it also crashed. Oh, okay, I wish it showed the full crash there, because I wonder if you can, salvage planes. You can, or they're just like they're just gone the moment they're destroyed, like every other vehicle. I imagine it's probably going to be like that. And, like a vehicle's destroyed, you can't get any of the actual parts back. So I wonder if they're gonna do that for planes too. I wonder if like at least with the altitude indicator, it's gonna be like a number at least, like tells you like, oh, you're like 40 meters above ground or like 50. I wonder if that's gonna happen. I don't know if it's specifically just like the gas mask. I think the Warden's one looked better. I guess it just looks kind of more stylish. This one, the Colonial one, looks a little silly. It looks like it's more practical, just less stylish, which sucks, I guess. The colors kind of make it look weird, especially the front vest. Unfortunately, I am not honing with that one for sure. Advanced radar superstructure. Okay, so just a radar station then, but just for planes. Okay, I mean, do people use radar stations? Do people use weather stations? I feel like I see this. There's so many of those, but I feel like I never see those. There's people, they have like two or three a war. It's I mean, I'm assuming at least I imagine of like those three things, the superstructure for detecting planes will probably be the most useful, especially mid to late war when they're actually like full swing. Everyone has planes and all of them are being like constantly used. Okay, so facility produced aircraft. Okay, so I mean, judging from that, like, well, I guess I skipped over. Like the far left one definitely seems like more like the bomber or the regular fighter plane. So I imagine every single thing past the scout plane will probably be required to have like this facility produce aircraft parts, and so it's probably take forever to make all those things. Which I mean, if I had to think, I mean, I'll save my thoughts for what I think the plane equivalences are when we actually see like the individual ones instead of just the overall. I imagine probably beside the facilities, they'd be like world structures people will just have to hold on to, but they take like a bunch of land over, considering like I mean, just that one clip of the plane landing was like, gee, like in the first shot was like a Argo and a truck there. It's like the scale has to be massive at least for those. Okay, honestly, I'm gonna say that right now. I'm looking at that. I have like three thoughts of one, can you get killed as a paratrooper if you're like midair? I 100% imagine you can. That would probably make it suck. Are you able to like transport vehicles? Blah blah blah. Crates for sure, because stuff like supply logi. And then I guess my third final question is, or this third comment is, if you like thinking that second ago, like right here, if you like landed on that building, I mean, I guess there's that small ledge there, but if you land like this building back here or like some of these other buildings, and you just land on top of them, and you have to jump down, it's like that's gonna screw you over. It it just definitely looks. I mean, it looks really good. It looks really interesting. I'm more of just thinking it probably won't be super practical, other than like just you can probably you're gonna see the plane in the air, and you're probably gonna scout it out, and you have like 5, 6 guys, and I don't know, you paratrooper behind some lines and destroy a couple of facility, like a one facility, you burn one facility down, and then I guess you also have to die, especially if you're like way far back in enemy lines. I do, yeah, I really like this. I really like the look here, especially the little water wings on the. What the fuck did what did that just drop? Hold on. Oh no, it's a mine. Okay. I think the one thing I have to point out is the wings look kind of silly, where it does that like upward, that weird like upward V with the lines to the side. Maybe it's just this angle, but it definitely looks a little more silly than just having a flat top. They kind of look like RC planes. I guess I'll put a picture on screen to reference what I'm talking about, but they look kind of like the kind of planes like you'd make of paper and you throw them in the air, or like I mean, they're more paper mache plastic ones for sure. They look this bomber. I have nothing to say about this bomber. It looks very. This is what I would imagine a bomber looks like. I guess I would say this is very a bomber. I think these definitely have a much more World War I style plane, especially with like the biplane, with the two different wings there. Yeah, definitely. Is that dropping? I guess it can drop torpedoes. And this is definitely much more of a like if I'd imagine like a basic aircraft fighter, this is definitely what I would think of. With like the front engine and then like the flat wings, and this is like I guess baby's first airplane look. And then the pair, I I don't, I'm kind of loving this like front of the plane look. I like this a lot more than the Colonial's paratrooper plane. Okay, so the new ones, Olavi's Wake, Pari Pre, Pari Pre, Kurstrand, Gutter, Nevish Line's new. I love that one. Palatine Berm. So that's basically just an entirely new continent for sure. They moved door breakers down actually. It used to be where Gutter was. Now it's here. That's definitely an interesting change here. So Onyx, Resta, Tyrant, Pipers, Lycos. I mean, definitely the step like it's actually really nice. I think this one definitely feels that has much kind of feels like it has more naval land, I guess, like this top part here. Lycos Isle is basically like another Tempest and the Godcrops. It has like way more naval stuff here, and so you have almost this like small triangle between like you have like this decent chunk of sea, and maybe not still not as like sea potential as like this triangle here. But I mean, having all this, I appreciate it. Having like new continents too. So I imagine obviously like Onyx is probably gonna be like a massive, like another terminus probably. Same with Tyrant, and then here I don't even know what really. As that one feels a lot more different. Feels definitely different. I couldn't imagine exactly how that would look. Oh, like you can just like shoot them out too. Oh my god, it's actually nice. And it definitely. Ooh, a that was a little. Wow. New Charon model actually having like a large amount of a roof too, like the Warden's one. I mean, I imagine it's 95 probably percent because of the fact Ariel would like airborne would just like kill off the use of the Sharon, considering that like it's all open tops. Like a one strafing run would just kill it. I quite like that front gun. The Strider, I'm loving this front gun. I kind of actually this looks like a like an actual fishing vessel more than anything. Like, like if you got rid of the guns, this is the kind of boat you'd go out on like for weekend fishing with pops and ma. It's so stupid, but I'm loving this. I actually like this look. All right, that's I'm loving this Lucian. So it's just basically the old Sharon got turned into a new boat. Same with this one. This one doesn't even look like a boat. It looks like a flat piece of wood. I actually do quite like that. Like having like 5 new light boats and new boats just in general for factions to have will probably make naval gameplay at least more interesting. I mean, now actually instead of just having like oh you have a destroyer with like 2 gunboats, with 2 like normal gunboats for both sides. Now you can have like if you have a fleet of like a destroyer and then maybe like there are 2 destroyers, and now you can have well, you have to account for planes, so you have to have one of the anti-air gunboats, or if you're going to engage other boats, you want to have the medium ones. And what if, like, these 2 destroyers are going to attack a town? You have to have the siege ones. It's a new set of gameplay loops where you have to account for new ships and you have to actually care. And that actually is pretty cool. I'm very happy about that. Okay, this though. Okay, so this is just like your traditional like your average like aircraft carrier. Honest, I don't know if maybe I'm just saying this too early. I think this one's already just better than the Warden one because this one clearly has you can maybe you can't fit like a battleship, but you can fit any kind like you can fit like 4 different planes here. Still have deck space. You can probably fit more if you like really try and cram it. Yeah, I think I might be calling it early, but for sure, I think the Poseidon looks better than the Mercy. It just kind of it's vibes, I guess. It's just this one seems better. So that's all of my like initial reactions. I cut out most of the ones I thought were unintelligible or really not insightful or useful in any way to reflect how I feel. I very much like this dev stream. I very much like this everything. I will be playing Dev Branch and I will be making a video about Dev Branch. Hopefully, I can make one more video before I start full timing my life onto Dev Branch. Keep on the lookout for that. And of course, thank you all so much for all the support you guys have been giving me lately. The Outlawed Spite video did really well, and I'm happy about that. Grateful, very much so. So thank you all for that, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.